Hello. Happy Monday, everybody, and happy Tuesday for those of you in different time zones. Welcome to Mondays with Megan. Today we're going to be talking about how sometimes the summer can take us into what I have learned is often called the summer slack off zone. You know what it is, like when our routine just kind of falls apart, or you've been traveling, or maybe the kids were off school and everything kind of gets a little bit hectic, and wanting to get back into your groove with things, get back into your routine, get back to feeling like yourself again because you have that all dialed in. So that's what we're going to be talking about today on this fun episode of Mondays with Megan, and also giving you some tools to be able to jumpstart that, including an awesome workshop that I have coming up on Wednesday. It's totally free. It's going to love it. But let's just talk about, actually, let's take a pause for a second. Hi. My name is Megan Nolan, and I help goal-driven, yoga-loving women to go from feeling frantic and frazzled to showing up each day aligned and intentional with your purpose so that you can bring your big vision to life. And I do that by helping you to create a routine that leaves you feeling like a badass, and so that you can just show up each day and be fully, vibrantly, magnetically yourself. So that's a little bit about me. But let's talk about you. Let me know in the chat how your summer has been going, and if you've been staying consistent with your routine, or if you've kind of gotten a little bit off track and you're feeling like, yep, I'm ready to get going again. Because classically September is a time when people really love to get back into the groove of things, right? We learned that as kids when we were going back to school around this time. Maybe your kids are going back to school. And so what I wanted to share with you is actually lessons that I learned from a Hawaiian Rooster on how to create a morning routine. Yes, you heard correct. So fun fact about me, I accidentally adopted a Hawaiian Rooster a few years ago. I live on Maui, so that's why it's a Hawaiian Rooster. Another layer to that is I'm actually mildly terrified of birds. As a child, my parents took me to see The Birds by Alfred Hitchcock, and it left a mark. And so for most of my adult life, I've been rather avoidant of them because they scare the shit out of me. But so a few years ago, we have chickens and roosters that just roam free everywhere here on most of the Hawaiian Islands, Maui and Denali. And they come all the way through my backyard and just choop, 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 choop. And one day, when I was laying right out there in basically a crumpled heap of my own tears of feeling like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I don't know if I'm cut out to be an entrepreneur. This is way harder than it looks on social media. I don't know if I can figure this out. Like, what is this? I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. In that sort of mess. And let me know if you can relate to that at all. Even if you're not an entrepreneur, you might be well familiar with that moment. And I was laying there thinking, like, I don't know. Maybe I need to just throw in the towel. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. And I asked the universe for help. I just said, you know what? I need some help. I need some tools. I need something. This is clearly not working. And I just went about my merry way. And then, whoa! Surprise, surprise. Not too far later, sorry, hit the wires. Not too long after, I found myself right out there again, crying and, feeling like a total fraud of a yoga teacher and a personal trainer if I can't even exercise because I'm so bloody exhausted. And along comes a mama hen and her baby chicks. And I thought, oh, this is nice. Look how cute you are. Please stay over there. I'm scared of you. And day after day, what I started to realize is there were fewer and fewer chicks. Nature's taking its course. Unfortunately, traffic, humans, all of that. So there was a nice little flock of them in the backyard. And then one day, there's no mama hen. And there's still the baby chicks. And they're still coming out here. They're drinking out of there's a little bit of a puddle near the banana plant. Probably some bugs, so they're going over there and eating it. And day after day, I'm thinking, oh no, I gotta intervene. Like they don't have a mom anymore. Maybe this is my sign. I don't know. And so I'm out there, sprinkling the quinoa and giving them the gluten-free bread crumbles. And one day, there's only one left. And I'm thinking, well, okay, I can't leave him be. I didn't know it was a he at this point. So this baby chicken, I call it Chirpy, he's chirping about in the backyard, and I'm thinking, okay, well, this is hilarious. Now I have now I have a chicken. I thought it was a chicken at that point. And so I'm thinking, okay, this is great. And he got so brazen, he'd come up to the window and tap, 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 you know, and what I assume was his way of asking for more quinoa. I don't know. And so I thought, wow, this is interesting. Maybe, do you think that this is the sign that you asked for, that something to come and teach you and guide you and what have you? And I thought, I don't know, this seems kind of strange. I mean, I am terrified of him, so maybe it's learning to embrace that and or what have you. And so I thought, okay, well, I literally can't do anything about it. And he sits outside the window and goes cock-a-doodle-doo at 4 o'clock in the morning, because it turns out I hadn't adopted a chicken, I actually adopted a rooster. I shouldn't have called him Chirpy. I should have called him something else that started with a C. And so I thought, well, I mean, what can I learn? I believe that you are far more powerful than you give yourself credit for, because you get to respond. You get to choose how you respond to every situation. And initially, admittedly, I responded by like, oh, this is great. That was stupid. What'd you do that for? Now you have a rooster outside your window. Blah, blah, blah. And then I remembered, maybe you asked for this. And so I thought, okay, well, perhaps the universe sent me this beautiful, winged, feathered creature to learn from. And so, given that I was in such a rough spot, you know, a darker season of my life, struggling with anxiety and depression and just confusion and feeling lost and doubting myself and wondering, you know, what the heck am I even doing? And I thought, well, what can I learn from this beautiful creature? And so I started to observe him. And so all of this I'm telling you because he taught me how to create a morning routine that really changed the game for me. And so I wanted to share this with you because as I started to observe him, I recognized there was a few consistencies in his demeanor and the way that he did his thing. His rooster sold away. So what first struck me was how consistent he was being and how he was every day, really early, every day, doing his little cock-a-doodle-doo, off we go. And so I started to think, okay, well, how can I become more consistent in my life? How can I get back into this groove with feeling like myself again? So I started to think, okay, well, what can I do to be more consistent? What can I commit to in my life that I can make a habit again so that I start to give myself the tools that I need, move my body, focus my mind, you know, really nourish myself on every level consistently. Because that's really what this is about, is how you can become more consistent with what you're doing rather than every once in a while or, you know, and every sort of now and again sort of thing. Find a way to have consistency with it so that it becomes part of your routine. So welcome everybody, great to have you here. So I was just telling you the story of when I accidentally adopted a rooster and what he taught me about creating a morning routine. So there I was, totally frustrated with myself that I had accidentally just adopted a rooster who's now living outside the window 4 o'clock in the morning, reminding me the importance of being consistent, right? So I thought, okay, well, how can I be more consistent with myself here? And so then as I started to observe him, I recognized also that every morning he would sing his song, cock-a-doodle-doo, you know that? And so he's celebrating each new day. And that's such a beautiful reminder for all of us. So what can you do as your routine to celebrate the new day, to celebrate all of the amazing things that you have in your life? I know you probably have heard about the amazing benefits of practicing gratitude from an immune function perspective for helping you sleep better, help you be happier, help you be a more kind and patient and loving person. And so it really is a huge perspective shift to intentionally practice gratitude on a regular basis. And so Chirpy the chicken, aka Rooster, really reminded me of that, celebrating each new day. You don't have to greet it with song unless that's your jam, you know, they definitely do that. So consistently celebrating the new day. And then the other thing to observe about them is how when they do their fluff up the feathers, they ruffle their feathers, and then they just strut across the lawn like a prancy fancy beautiful creature that they are, just like you. So what can you do to be consistent, to celebrate the new day, and to do something that leaves you feeling confident, leaves you feeling energized in your body, strong in your body, so that you are strutting across the, you know, lawn of life, if you will, strutting into your day, feeling that way. So really, those are some keys of how you can create a routine for yourself that not only gets you towards accomplishing the goals that you have for yourself and for your health, your big goals in life, which I call your mountaintop vision. How can you get to the top of your mountain? By doing these little things consistently. What are you doing to celebrate the fact that you get to show up and do something amazing for your body, that you have this day to live and to enjoy and to live to its fullest? And then what can you do as part of that routine to feel confident, to feel centered, to feel like your most tapped in, energized, grounded self? What can you do to do all of those things so that you have that tool set to begin the day from intentionally, so that you can show up as that version of you that is aligned with that truth, with that guidance within you, aligned physically, because your body is awake and strong and confident and in that place of less pain, and really that vibrant magnetic energy that comes from when you are feeling like you. So what can you do to do all of those things? And that's a rhetorical question, but not in the same sense, because I know that there's things you probably do already that leave you feeling that way, that you love, and it's really a matter of bringing together the tools in a way that makes sense for you and for your routine, so that you don't feel like you have to do 1,000,001 things to keep your body strong, to keep your mind focused, to keep your heart happy. You have a tool set that does all of that simultaneously. And so having a routine that helps you to do that, so that you get all that done consistently, so you're celebrating your health and yourself, so that you're feeling strong and grounded and confident in your body. And so that's really what I wanted to remind you of the importance of having a routine that gives you those tools. And also invite you, because on Wednesday, August 24th, so coming up in just a couple days, at 9 a.m. Hawaiian Standard Time, 12 Pacific, which is 3 Eastern, I'm actually going to be leading a workshop that will help you to do that. Help you to walk away with one practice that strengthens your body and your mind and your spirit, to leave you feeling centered and grounded and energized, so you can show up that way in your life and in your work. So it's happening this Wednesday, and if you can't make it live, still get signed up, because I will be sending out the replay, and we will be doing a yoga practice together, so you can experience for yourself how powerful this practice is. Not just because, it's awesome to be able to stand on one foot while you're on a rock hurtling through space, but to keep your body strong and your muscles toned and your heart happy. All of the other amazing brain benefits, joint benefits, hormonal benefits that come from the yoga practice, is recognizing that you can use it as a tool set to unlock your inner power, your inner radiance, your magnetism, your resiliency, all of the key qualities that you know that you have in there, that sometimes when life gets crazy or hectic, we can forget. So that you're really practicing those, right? So it ultimately, you'll get to experience on Wednesday, is that the magic of yoga is, of course, what it helps you to experience while you're on the yoga mat. But the true transformative, long-lasting effects are who you become because of what you do on the mat, and how you get tools that will help you to navigate the wild roller coaster of life and get to the top of your mountain faster and easier. So the link to get signed up is actually in my bio, and I would love to have you join us. What we're going to be doing is going on a deep dive into the ancient story behind the warrior poses. Did you know there was one? Did you know it's a metaphor for the journey that you're on as you go charging after your soul's mission, so that you can unlock that inner knowing that is your true guidance system, that warrior within you? Oh yes, there is. And it actually will teach you so much about the architecture of the poses that you'll never do them the same way. You'll never even look at the same way, because now you'll know what you're looking at when you look at them, because it's loaded with all sorts of interesting fun facts about yoga and the poses and all of it. So we'd love to have you join us. And if you know anybody that loves yoga, that loves to know the why behind the what, or that wants to have more tools to continue to evolve and expand as a person so that you can live on purpose, not just by default of the random haphazardness of life, but be really intentional about how you are showing up for yourself and therefore showing up into your life, then feel free to tag them below because we would love to have you join us and them join us too. So have an amazing day. Hope to see you next week for Mondays with Megan. And if you have any questions or anything, please feel free to send me a DM or comment below, and I would love to connect. So until next time, take care. Bye-bye. Thanks for following. Take care. Mwah.